So welcome again to David's Watches. I like nice watches and I normally like drinking vodka, but I've run out and I can't drink rum all the time. So I'm drinking Disaronno with some frozen cherries because I wanted an adult Dr. Pepper, which is just amazing. But anyway, you're not here for that. You are here for watches. And what do we have today is the Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra 150 Co-axial master chronometer, 41mm. So Omega with their long names. This is actually the 220124121020002 reference number, and I was actually really surprised. It's on Omega's website now for £4,730. I paid nowhere near that. I paid €3,500, I believe, and I got it from an Omega AD in Canary Islands. More on that later. So I was surprised to see that there were 91 different versions of this watch on Omega's website, which is frankly, it's just too many. But this one does look fabulous, and it's my favorite. The dial is allegedly, if I can get close on there, see some of those slats. The dial is allegedly inspired by the decks of luxury wooden sailboats. I just got it because it looked cool. Not really a sailing kind of guy. As you can see, it's got a date window at the 6 o'clock position. It's got super lume paint, but it's got a lovely contrasting orange second hand, and some digits on the bezel there, and some of the stitching on the strap. And it's anything with orange in a watch, I don't know why, but I'm just drawn to it. And a number of my watches have sort of slight orange features. So as I mentioned, it's got this grey rubber strap, which I feel is much better than a leather strap. Ultimately, leather straps always seem to die. And this one is far more comfortable, especially in hot climates. So this is the 8,900 movement, a movement which replaced the 8,500 on my Planet Ocean. It's actually the industry's highest standard. It's the Swiss Federal Institute of Metrology, so the science of measuring shit. And it's also COSC as well, not COSC as well. So it's COSC and METS. It's got a 60-hour power reserve, and it's a master chronometer because it's also got an anti-magnetism to it. So basically means your watch won't get magnetized by the nasty airport scanners. Look at the side profile there. Again, recently had this watch back from Hatton Garden after some light polishing. It's got a lovely sort of brush finish there, and then a mirror finish on the rest, because I was using this for work predominantly most days, so it was getting the odd scratch. So again, it's 316L stainless steel, which is pretty standard. It's not quite as fancy as the Rolex stainless steel, but not that you'd really necessarily notice. And what is it for? That's an interesting question. Well, before we get into that, let me just show you what it looks like on the wrist. It's only 41, but I think it wears slightly bigger than that, and I really like that. Really comfortable. It's got this lovely clasp here. Yeah, really nice watch. So what is it for? It's certainly not for diving, although I suppose you could get away with it with 150 meters, but it's more likely to be, for something like, going for a swim. It's not something I would do, but that's not because it couldn't handle it, but just because it's not what it's designed for. It's designed for basically, for as far as I can tell, sort of full douchebag mode. You're wearing boat shoes, you've got some chino shorts on, you've got a linen shirt, that kind of vibe. But yeah, it's not a watch that I've ever taken into the water. I bought this watch, as I mentioned, as an Omega AD in the Canary Islands, and it was a funny story. When I walked in there with a rash vest on and some shorts just off a dive, the guy, I think he thought I was lost and was sort of pointing me, sort of asking me if I was okay. Then he realised that I had my Omega Planet Ocean on at the time. Then of course, the champagne was out, and we were off to the races. Funny how that works. So anyway, I bought this it was quite an impulse decision. I was just on holiday. at the time, doing some diving, recently celebrating my divorce. So I thought, well, why not? I can do it. I really like it. So let's have it. And I did.